The massacre was only the beginning. Who did this to us? Who attacked the tribe?
G'day, welcome to Koru-Cottage.com's video review for Horizon Zero Dawn. And I am just going to come out and say it, this is going to be a pro review, because this game is awesome. I am blown away. Guerrilla Games, who are first person shooter only developers for the last 2-3 generations of PlayStation games, have come out and made an open world masterpiece. It is just awesome. The world they've created, the combination of old world, new world technology meeting in a post-apocalyptic story of trials and tribulations of a female warrior trying to find her way in the world with a tribe who doesn't want her. Just brilliant. Just brilliant. The gameplay is slick and fluid. It's complicated as you want it to be. It's got a pretty serious leaning towards stealth, but if you don't want to play stealth, then you've got lots of tools for you to attack different sorts of scenarios that suit you. Now this review, I'm going to be pretty careful about not trying to spoil the story for anyone. Guerrilla Games have put a huge amount of effort into building a really strong female lead and a pretty strong group of characters around her, and I don't want to risk ruining it for anybody because it's such an experience to go through. I give Guerrilla Games serious credit for having, one, a female lead, but also a hugely diverse range of characters as well, both in terms of the gender and ethnic background, but also just in the way that they deliver subtleties to the overall story behind Aloy, who's the main character you play. Now the game has real similarities to The Witcher 3, Far Cry and the latest Tomb Raider. They've all sort of drawn bits and pieces from that. It's got a wee bit of sort of Mass Effect language trees as well, interacting with characters and getting quests from them. But I don't think it's got the true sort of good versus evil and huge flow-on effects down the line. I think it just, you see a change in a cutscene maybe later on from a decision that you made, but that's about it. Now, it's definitely an RPG in terms of it's got crafting, it's got inventory management, so everything you take down, so any of those robots you take down, you get different resources from them, you'll get different amplifiers or modifications for your armor and for your weapons, and they seem to be color coded just like an RPG, so common, uncommon, rare, very rare. I haven't seen any legendary stuff, but I suspect that there are, and you can have different ammo for different weapons. Pretty classic sort of thing. You've got pouches to upgrade, so you can carry more stuff, and all that's done through shooting pigs, shooting hares, collecting skins, that sort of thing. All of that's tradable with merchants throughout the world as well. The merchants have an array of armor and weapons, and there's 3 main sort of tribes which have a leaning towards different sort of skill sets inside their weapons. So some are more aggressive, some are more stealthy, that sort of thing. The skill tree, once again, you level up the XP, you get points, you spend them. So pretty straightforward. It seems really similar to sort of a Far Cry skill tree. So attacks from below and above, doing more damage with spears, being able to load up 2 or 3 arrows at a time, that sort of thing. You can track your quests just like any other RPG game and highlight the markers on the map and things like that. So it's pretty traditional in that sense, but really, really easy to navigate. I think you see here I'm about 24% through when I took this footage, and that was about 10 hours in, so works out about 30-hour mark. Now this is a classic sort of a combat scenario for Horizon Zero Dawn. I've got a big ass saber tiger, I think it's called a sawtooth, and they are a powerful machine and hard to take down. I think I probably was about a level 10 or 12 when I did this.
No good without ammo.
And it's about preparation and stealth. So I'm setting a whole heap of traps down here before I start getting his attention. This was just part of a side quest too. It wasn't even a major plot point for me to go and take this fella down. It was, I just got this mission actually from the village that you saw me in before. Spoke to a guy. He said he'd lost a ring hunting or something like that, and I ended up having to fight this thing.
Okay.
So I've laid a trap there and get ready to get his attention. So you've got your weapons on a rotational menu. Hold in the bumper, choose the weapons you want, the ammo type you want, and away you go. This guy's got a weakness for fire, so set him on fire, and then this is just a cool piece of kit. It was in a few of the promo videos that Sony had, might have been even at E3. So you try and tie them down because they're too fast and too powerful. If you're on a mount or something, you can try and get out of their way, but otherwise you need to isolate them from you and get them to fall over so you can get in it and do a lethal strike. Boom. They've got weak points which do extra damage, highlighted points which are actually resources that will fall off as you're shooting them. And see, I went to hit him with a bow and he actually tripped one of the traps that I'd put down, and the explosion took him down in the end. So the combat against animals is quite tactical. You've got a plan, and it's very much herbivores and carnivores. Carnivores are dangerous, obviously. But then the other side of the combat is fighting people, and Guerrilla have done a stellar job in making humans really dangerous in this game. So they still do a lot of damage to you, and you can see here I'm starting with stealth. Try and get some attention, just like any other awesome stealth game like a Splinter Cell or something like that. Draw the enemy away, and then you can go for the stealth kill. And it all works so slickly, you don't miss any frames. When it goes all pear-shaped, then you're still a lethal hunter. Now across the world is hidden caverns, and I'm just going to give you a real brief glimpse of what's on offer. Is sort of the flip side to the caveman world, if you want. Above ground, underground are all these amazing hidden animal factories and stuff. I've tried to be really careful about some of the footage that I've used because I don't want to show too many of the animal species. You'll definitely recognise some of them from the real world, and then some of the other creations you'll just be blown away by. But they are the stars of the game. Only complaint, maybe some of the characters get a wee bit of uncanny valley sort of feel to them, but it should be looked past because this game overall is brilliant. It's awesome fun, it's clever in both gameplay and in story, and it is an asset to the PS4. Guerrilla Games have outdone themselves, and it's a credit to Sony for supporting them in it. You guys, it's a brilliant game. Thanks for watching.